Yo, what's good, YouTube world? It's your boy Ty the Ambassador, man. OG Fitness Room back with another one, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Get some engagement going on. Do a real quick video, man. For those of y'all that don't know or haven't figured it out, me and my partner Robbie are long-term battle rap fans. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when Robbie started watching. I personally started watching back in like 2000. You know what I'm saying? I was just out of high school. You know what I mean? And I remember watching like Freestyle Friday on 106 in Park, and Idea, rest in peace. I don't know if I should say rest in peace. I don't know what his belief system was, but nevertheless, Idea out of Minnesota. Seeing him on Blaze Battles on HBO and I think BET. You know what I'm saying? So I've been watching this thing for a while. Now, it's no secret to all of the diehard battle rap fans, that Sue Surf was recently released from prison. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Ray Jean Cox. You know what I'm saying? I caught a couple of sessions on Twitter of him talking. He had a cool face-off with Murder Mook, which I'm going to get into in a minute. Easy to Block Captain, kind of address the state of battle rap right now. But the first part of this video, man, I want to address all these fanboys I see in the YouTube comment section of all these different platforms, man, talking about how Sue Surf is going to save battle rap. I'm going to do it in the voice that I imagine them typing it in. When they're doing this, Sue Surf's going to save battle rap, it's y'all better be scared now and all this other stuff. Number one, let's get this straight, man. Sue Surf is not Jesus Christ. I know a lot of you guys think that he is, but he is not. I know that he has made references, in those Spaces sessions to being like Jesus Christ, but he is not. That is a lot of responsibility to put on someone's shoulders to single-handedly save battle rap. Now, do I believe that his release is going to affect the culture in a positive way? Possibly. Possibly. And the reason I say possibly is, okay, we're all looking forward to Surf's return battle. But after that, in the words of my man Jeezy, and then what? You know what I'm saying? And then what after that? What is Surf going to do that's going to be so incredible that it's going to save battle rap? I feel like battle rap is beyond saving at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's a real crap show right now. You know what I mean? It's too many leagues. There's way too many battlers. It's oversaturated. There's multiple events almost every weekend. Some of your biggest stars in battle rap, the Rum Nitties of the world, are battling 2 or 3 times a month, it seems like. You know what I'm saying? They're on every card. You know what I mean? It's just way watered down. A lot of these newer guys, they got this copy and paste kind of style, where they're all trying to sound like a combination of Nitty and Twerk. What my man Hollow say, set up, punchline, set up, punchline, set up, punchline, It's just very redundant and very, very boring, very generic sounding right now. You know what I'm saying? The last time I was excited for a battle, I believe, was Mook and Hitman. You know what I'm saying? That was the last real, culture shift. I want to say Easy and Cassidy to an extent. And then before that, man, maybe Lux and Nitty, when they battled each other. You know what I'm saying? But notice the thing that all of those battles I listed had in common, they all had like an OG involved. With Easy versus Cassie, OG. It's from the DVD era. Mook versus Hitman, super OGs, right? Particularly Mook, DVD era. You know what I'm saying? Lux Nitty, of course, Lux. DVD era, man. So it's kind of sad that it's taken these guys who have been around for literally 2 to 3 generations of battle rap to kind of stir the pot and make the game exciting again. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of off topic, but back on topic. Sue Surf can't save battle rap. Sue Surf can't save battle rap, not single-handedly. That's going to really take a sit-down, a meeting of the minds, possibly different league owners, getting on the phone, texting each other, meeting face-to-face, meeting in person, going over maybe some business ideas, maybe some collaborations that could maybe shake up the game and make the game a little bit more exciting right now. You know what I'm saying? But Sue Surf on his own can't say battle rap. And what I really hate is that battle rap fans are so enclamored in battle rap. They're so tied in to battle rap that they're not praying and hoping that this man has gotten situated with his family. I mean, he just did 3 years and some change, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Let him get back acquainted with his daughter and his mom, and if he has a girlfriend or fiance out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, let that man live life. You know what I'm saying? Before we start putting all this heavy pressure and heavy responsibility to save a culture that has been dying for years. You know what I'm saying? That's the first point that I want to make. The second point I want to make, you know, Sue Surf and Murder Mook, they have a very long history. If you listen to all of their conversations over the years that's available on YouTube, it sounds like it's like a big bro, little bro kind of relationship. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like Mook may have laced Surf with some game over the years. And obviously Surf has called out Mook multiple times. I know that Surf put out that infamous hit list on Twitter from inside the joint, you know, and Mook was on there, you know. So I think that's the battle that most of us want to see, especially most of like the vet fans, most of the OG fans. We all want to see Sue Surf versus Murder Mook. Personally, I believe that should be on the URL stage, just considering the history of Surf and the URL, and then, you know, his loyalty to URL. And then it's been a while since we've seen Mook on the URL. You know, his last battle was Takeover, and then the battle before that, I believe, was on Calico's League. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be nice to see Mook back on the URL stage, specifically maybe in New York. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope. You know, my personal predictions for that battle, if and when it goes down, I got Mook 2-1. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the stage, regardless of the platform that battle takes place, I don't see Mook beating Surf's first round. Mook could be up there saying the most incredible double, triple entendres, you know, all of that. You know, he could perform, he could dance, you know, he could do a magic trick on stage. When Sue Surf starts rapping that first round, man, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And you got to think Surf's been locked up for a minute, so he's had nothing but time to obviously meditate, pray, get his mind right, and write. You know what I'm saying? So just think about how many crazy just throwaway bars Surf has that could apply to anyone. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Surf's first round is going to be very, very, very hard to beat. You know what I mean? People are going to be obviously glad to see him back on stage, back in action. You know, he's a dope writer, so he's going to have some dope stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't see Mook taking the first round, but I do believe in my heart, and just as a veteran fan, I believe as the battle goes on, we're going to see the levels. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see the levels of writing. I got Mook taking the second and third clear as day. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with y'all, I don't think Surf is above missing like stumbling or choking after all this time. Ring rust is a very real thing. It is a powerful thing. You know, we've seen plenty of people come back after years and years off stage, and it shows that that they're out of the loop, I don't want to say out of touch, but just that they haven't been practicing this art form. You know what I'm saying? And I know Surf is a super vet, but like I said, ring rust is a real thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a while for him to get comfortable on that stage. You know what I mean? And Mook has been active the past 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And I think the general consensus is that he has not only improved, quote unquote, but he has adapted to this new style of battle rap. And I put that in quotes because I feel like all of that is subjective as to what you consider the newer style and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But I got Mook 2-1 when they do battle. But please, man, all of you lame battle rap fans out there, man, stop saying that Sue Surf is here to save battle rap and that people should be scared now that he's out and this, that, and the third. Man, he is not God. He is not Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? He's not here to save anything. If nothing else, let that man live, breathe, let him get his life together. You know what I'm saying? I'm only making this video just to comment on that. When he does get back in the ring, because we know that that's going to happen for sure this summer, these are my predictions. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think battle rap fans are weird, man. Like, you know, they can get it so twisted in their mind to where they think that one person or one league could save a culture that has multiple issues. It's going to take multiple people to fix those multiple issues, man, not just one person. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Surf, man. Like I said, I hope he's relaxing, getting his mind right. I hope he's getting his music together, you know, do make some fire music, you know what I'm saying? So that would be dope to kind of see where the music goes. And I remember him, if I'm not mistaken, I remember he authored a book during COVID, you know, that was like a bestseller, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's another lane he could jump back into. And I always thought Surf was dope on the commentary end, you know what I'm saying? During COVID, you know, they would have Surf, you know, with the microphone, and he would be just like being an analyst, you know, and interviewing the battlers and kind of putting in his 2 cents. I thought he was super good at that. So that would actually be something I'd be interested in seeing Surf do as well. You know what I'm saying? And I just believe Surf has the talent and the charisma and the know-how to try to get into these other lanes. He shouldn't waste me. This is just on a personal. I don't think Surf should waste too much. He should invest too much of himself into battle rap. You know what I'm saying? There's so many other lanes that brother could be successful in. You know, he's connected with Mozzie and Joe Budden, and there's just so many other lanes. You're talking music videos, you're talking podcasting, you're talking producing, you're talking directing, you're talking acting roles. Like, there's just so much other stuff. Books. There's so much other stuff that Surf has already kind of dabbled in, that he could just go full force ahead with if he puts his mind to it. If that's, you know, if that's what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So I just think the fans are just out of whack, putting all this pressure on Surf and just basically enslaving him and limiting him and boxing him into battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Let that man live. Let that man breathe. Let that man start his own businesses. Let him prosper however God sees for him to prosper, man. Like, I personally don't want to see Surf battling 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Mook battling 5 years from now. I don't want to be watching battle rap 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like a lot of veteran OG fans, man. I'm just kind of hanging on just because battle rap gave us so much good stuff all those years. You know, I liken it to being in a toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still in it and you're just holding on to like those good times that you remember, but you know in your heart, like, man, this isn't really going where I originally thought it would go. You know what I'm saying? And it may be time to break ties. I feel like a lot of us are outgrowing battle rap in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I've made up in my mind I'm going to be around for like the bigger marquee matchups, the game changers, the culture shifters. You know, I'm definitely going to be in tune. You know what I'm saying? But watching, you know, battle rapper A versus battle rapper, you know, Georgia the Jungle in Basement Battle League, you know, I'm not in tune. And I don't have to be in tune. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool on all that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Surf. Shout out to Mook. You know, when it does go down, I got my man Murder Mook 2-1. And you battle rap surfer waivers, man. Stop meat rotting this man. Let the brother do his thing. Let's just see what happens, man. But stop saying that this man is here to save battle rap, man, because he's not, man.